Here's a quick Iron Maiden study. Now we're going to break it down step by step. I've made an abbreviated 1.5 minute backtrack. We're using this for a school concert and no one wants to sing Iron Maiden. For obvious reasons, it's pretty difficult, I imagine. But we're looking at the guitar parts that make up this really epic, fantastic song. So we're going to start off with the first part. Pinched harmonics, obviously optional. Now I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer and we can see what the fingers are doing more accurately. We're starting with fingers 1 and 3. You can see the number nice and clearly. Third finger is on the 7th fret of the 5th string. First finger on the 5th fret of the 5th string. And you're going to play that 7 3 times. And on the third note, you're going to pull this finger off so that that note gets sounded as a result of the pull off. So it should sound like this. And then you go to the 7 on the 6th string. So your first phrase, and once you got that, the next phrase is really quite easy because all that happens is you simply slide down 2 frets, fret 3, fret 5 now, and do pretty much the same thing. So your first 2 phrases, you can see and hear the repetition and also notice how it goes lower in pitch. Phrase 1, phrase 2. And the next phrase is a little bit different. It's same concept, same pull-offs, same 3 notes, but you're now in fret 2 and 3 with fingers 1 and 2. And you're going to go 3, 3, 3, pull off to the 2, which is prepositioned, and then the middle finger to the 3 on the top string. And then to finish off, before you go into repetition mode, you bring your first finger to the 5th fret, 5th string, and you go and then jump down a string, all with the first finger, and then you immediately back to the 7, which is going to create a short little pause on repetition. So let's take it through super slow motion. 2, 3, 4. And you can hear the little pause. When in the beginning you started with da-da, on the second time round, da-da, and I'm hoping you hear the timing difference between the first and the second time through. You play this riff through a total of 4 times, which is what I just did at the beginning of the video. And then you go to the next part. Now, in the background, you're also going to hear a part that goes like this. That's a harmony part. It is on your PDF. I'm not going to break that down now. We first want to study the essential parts needed for the song. So the next part is going to sound like this. And it fits in somewhere like this with a piece. And as you can hear, I've shortened that as well on the original to play it through twice as long. The idea here is to make this performable for school concerts, much more fun, in and out, time for the next person to play their item. But these are the parts that make up the song, like we said. Now the next part, part B, is going to sound slow motion like this. It starts with what they call a trill, which means you pick the first note, which is the 8, you pick it again for the trill we're talking about, and you go. You can see lots of coffee will sort it out for you. Okay, so get your caffeine levels. No, just kidding. Okay, but the trill is a result of a fast successive hammer on and pull off. And super slow motion. I'm going to try and zoom out now so you can see my picking hand a bit as well. Picking hands in view now. And that's that second part. And super slow motion again. 8. And then you start the trill on the 7, and it's basically 3, 1, 2, 3, and you come down to fret 7 on the first string. Back to the 8, do the trill again, but this time you end on 8 on the second string, and then onto the 7s, and the rest is pretty easy if you're good with reading tab. Now I hope you realize in the corner, or notice rather in the corner, when I was picking, you can see when I do the trill my hand is standing still. And now that we've got this under control, as we said, shorten, it goes through 8 times on the original, we're just doing 4. The fun now is joining the first part to this. And it's going to sound something like this with the backtrack. So this is what you're going to be playing for your piece. And you've got to pause here, and it goes. And I'm going to break this part down to you now. And all that's really happening there is a fast succession of power chords. You're going to go from here, fret 5, it's a D5 power chord from the 5th string. You can see the 5th string there with the first finger. We go from here, if you jump down a string, make sure to only strum the 2 strings, and then back into E5. So the chords are D, G, D, E, the first 3 being in fret 5. Now you do it twice. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and you go down to C5. So the extra one is going to go down now. Same start, but you simply go down to fret number 3 for a C5, and then back to. And after this is when you're going to do your own improvised scale. Now the scales can be based on your E minor pentatonic scale. So just going to turn the camera a bit around to focus a bit more to the 12th fret. This is fret 12 here. And you can see at the top of your guitar, you probably should have little double dots written over there. You can see the double dot. That's your 12th fret. And your E minor pentatonic scale is going to sound like this. Now, slow motion, fret 12, for those that don't know the scale, fret 15, onto the next string, 12, 14, 12, 14 again, one more 12, 14, and then 12, 15, 12, 15. Now, we're going to improvise this. So I'm going to do like a basic sort of busk to improvise. In other words, what I'm going to do now isn't prepared. I might throw a few extra notes in from your diatonic scales. So if you don't know your diatonics and you do want those scales, drop me a WhatsApp. I'll prepare it for you. So you can put some nice little things like that inside your solo as well. But I'm going to zoom out now, and I'm going to do a quick improv to the part that you're going to improv to. So we're coming out of that and into a solo. Like I said, this is improv. Go back into your intro riff again as you started in the beginning. So you're back to this part. And that, believe it or not, is your entire piece. Now, I'm going to play the piece through the whole way now, just showing you all the parts you're going to play. And then you can play along with this. So remember, basically about 9 minutes, 15 seconds into this video. And this is where you get to jam along with the track that you're going to use at the concert. Okay, here comes the final product. And what you just heard was exactly what you're going to play. When I was doing the rhythm part, that's when you're going to solo. And if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to drop me a WhatsApp. Hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, have a good week. Cheers.